Hello, this is Wmpyr. A little while back, Uncle Cal sent me a link. He showed me a video, and it was this guy critiquing Balintawak. Okay, um, so here I'm just going to share my 2 cents on Balintawak, right? So first of all, what I'm seeing with Balintawak is they have a very specific way to develop a certain skill. So they have this methodology, a step-by-step program on how to develop this skill. And you see them doing it, and this skill, this partner drill that they do, and they're working on this skill, I don't know what it is. I don't understand what it's for. Um, I'm just being honest. That's just me. Like, I don't know how, like, if I went and developed that skill, I wouldn't know how I would use that in a real life situation. Okay. So does that mean that I think, now it sounds like I'm saying I don't think Balintawak works, right? That's what it sounds like I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying, all right? I'm saying I don't understand it. Like me going to a chemistry class in a local university, and I'll watch them teaching chemistry, and I'll be like, I don't understand it. Now, does that mean I feel like chemistry doesn't work? No, I think chemistry totally works. I think there's a lot of things that we do today in today's society that wouldn't operate without chemistry. So I feel like chemistry works. It's just I don't get it. That's all. So I kind of feel that way about Balintawak. Do I think Balintawak could work? Absolutely, absolutely. But the way that they're teaching it, I don't understand it. Okay, from what I can tell. Okay, so this is important though. Okay, so I'm not against Balintawak, and I'm not saying that it doesn't work. So please understand that. I'm just saying that it's not my area. Okay, so for me, what is my area, and what am I teaching? What am I doing? Right? And for me, what I'm doing, obviously, it needs to make sense to me. So it does. Okay, thankfully it does. And the best way I'm going to try to explain it to you guys. What I'm teaching is, if you look at boxing, for example, right? Boxing, just, straight up the sport of boxing. If I go up against a boxer, my self-defense skills, I would use it in the same way. It doesn't matter if it's on the street or if it's in the ring or if it's in my home. I would try to apply it as much as I can in the same manner that I would against a guy who has a knife coming at me, or a boxer in the ring, or whatever situation. For me, it's one system, and I try to apply it the same way in all the different situations. And that was the beauty of the Filipino martial arts that I learned. It's one system that could be applied to many situations. So I'm not saying that every martial artist does that. Every system does not do that. But for me, that was one of the things that made my Filipino martial arts that I learned unique. And that's one of the things that I liked about it. So I kept that. So against the boxer, I don't want to box with a boxer. If the guy has a knife, I don't want to get cut by the guy who has the knife. I don't want to get stabbed. I don't want to get cut. So it's the same way. The guy's a boxer. I don't want to play boxings. I don't want to play with fire. So I would be too far away. That's my goal, is to be too far away and have some kind of shield and stay away. It's that simple. So if you are training in MMA, Muay Thai kickboxing, or Western boxing, you want to learn my way? My way would be, you go up against those guys, train the way they train, and then in the ring, you just try to survive. As much as you can. You survive. It doesn't matter about you hitting them back, or you scoring or dominating or finishing or knocking them out. None of those. It's just surviving. So that's exactly the same thing that I would do on the street against a guy with a knife. against a guy with a pistol, it doesn't matter. I would do the same strategies. Just keep my distance and survive. Survive. The next thing is, there's a situation where obviously you're in a ring in boxing, so there's only so much you could get away, right? And at some point you could get cornered. At some point you get caught, and you cannot get away. You end up with the ropes on your back or whatever. So in that sense, then I have to clinch, and this is what boxers do. They will hold on for dear life, so that if they're taking too much damage, they'll grab and they'll neutralize the opponent's arms. This is the same thing I would do against the guy with a firearm or a guy with a knife. That's the idea. The idea-wise, I'm not saying I would do it the same way, or just put my arms up like that. No. But the idea is the same, okay? I want to just hold on and neutralize their weapons, okay, so that they cannot attack me. So that's what I'm doing. And once again, if you want to do my way of thinking and you're training MMA, then that's what you do. Get in the clinch to just cancel out their weapons. Whether it's knees to or elbows or punches, you just holding on. Okay, just like the way a boxer does, you just hold on and you clinch them. Okay, and this is defensive boxing. This is the same idea, but with a knife, I would do the same idea. Okay, so my system is based off of those two things. Okay. Stay way too far away and survive, or get way too close and survive. So that's it. My system is based off of those two things. And so the training that I do with my students is based off of that. It's skills for those two things. And to me, it makes sense. Balintawak people, if it makes sense to you, great. But this makes sense to me, and that's what I do, and that's what I teach, Now, do I feel that if the Balintawak people aren't doing what I'm doing, then it's wrong? No. They can have a different purpose. They could, what is your skill for? What are you doing? That's what you got to ask yourself. So I know what I want to do, okay? And so my training needs to reflect that. My partner drills needs to be skills for that, and that's what I do. So I just hope that makes sense. I'm not here to criticize Balintawak. That's they do what they do. I leave them alone. And I don't feel like what they do needs to be like what I do. No, not at all. No, I don't. No, I don't want that at all. I'm just doing my own thing. They're doing their thing. Okay, and that's the way that I see it. So the other people that are criticizing Balintawak, why? Why are you criticizing? You know what I mean? It's just going to sound like jealousy, right? So just let them do their own thing. I'm just working on my own, and I just keep working on mine to make more sense, to make it more clear, and and just trying to tweak it, make it better, and that's all there is to it. It's just development. So that's it for now. Thank you for viewing, and take care, folks.